G'day everybody. You'll have to forgive the fact that today I am working with a fan on. It is 458,000 degrees here in Victoria, mid-March, mind you. And it's decided it wants to put on a near 40-degree day, so big shout out to global warming. Cheers, brah. I'm Cam, CDA Motor Trimming. Obviously you know who it is because it's only me. Just wanted to do a quick rundown on how you fit up one of our VE non-sliding base model console lids. Now you'll see that courtesy of Holden's short-sightedness, the console lids do tend to get quite a little bit of a dip where your elbow goes. Now some may say that this is just caused by putting your elbow there, which yes, correct, it will have a form of impact on that. However, there's actually a slight design flaw that I discovered quite a while back and tried to figure out how I could rectify that. And the real solution is actually just completely rebuilding the console. So pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to start by undoing one of the 6 screws here. Now I have a low power 12 volt drill. It's good because it doesn't blow up screws to oblivion and makes my life a million times easier rather than going with a hand screwdriver. However, for what it's worth, you can do it with a screwdriver, you could do it with a bloody pocket knife if you really want to. It's 6 2/3 to me. And there goes my heat gun. Whoopsies. Make sure you don't have things sitting on the edge of benches, everyone. Basically from there what you can do is you pretty much pull it apart. Now it will sometimes pop itself out, lift it out, Bob's your auntie. There you go. Now because I can't be bothered taking it, actually you know what I am going to take it off. I'll do the right thing. So you peel the top off it, you just lift it up under each corner, flip it off. Now most of the time you'll see this where the foam lining's all cooked in the back. You get that? Yeet. You don't want that shit no more. You'll then also see you'll have little bits of foam in here. That can all, again, piss off to oblivion. Goodbye. Now, this one appears to have minor damage to the structural thing, so this one's actually going to need more repairs. Fortunately, I have things that I've prepared earlier. Again, foam, cover, yeet. No good. From here, basically what it's going to be is a case of taking this. Then what we do is, I'm going to skip a couple of steps because it makes it a little bit quicker. What we do is I get 1/2 inch or 13mm foam, 12.5, 13mm. Again, don't at me. From there what you do is you glue that foam onto the top like so, and you'll just glue that down and cut it raw with the edges. From there what you do is you get yourself some 3mm foam. Don't have to be picky, we have shitloads in stock, so if you do want to buy some, knock yourself out. We never have a shortage of it. You can use pretty much any foam, it doesn't really matter. All I actually use it for is to just make the consoles just sit that little bit nicer and plump them out a little bit more. Again, it's not an essential step, but personally if I want a top level job, which I want for every one of my clients, I do it. From there, as you can see, I've wrapped it around, pulled it tight, given it a nice smooth consistent feel with a little bit of a notch for the top where the part comes out there, and cut it raw in line with the 6 holes where the cover will then sit. Alright, now what we have is my cover. Now I've flipped it inside out. This makes it a lot easier to determine which way is forward and which way is back. You mightn't realise, but these covers are single way. So if you try and fit them the wrong way, you're gonna have a bad time. From here, I always have the holes a little bit smaller, so then you can cut them to size. Each their own. I do these a lot, so I pretty much know roughly how big I need to cut it. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to cut it to size later on anywho. So I normally cut another, from the hole which I've cut, probably another 10-15mm, just as a kind of a indicative side. Now, you'll see the cover here. See how one side is flat and other has quite a bit of a slope to it? The slope section goes to the back of the console lid, because the console lid has a bit of a slope to it, whereas the front is flat. Easy to remember. Alright, now let's get into fitting stage. Let's do it. So I'm probably going to end up fast forwarding a little bit of this part, because it does get a little bit boring and tedious. And for the most part, you can pretty much stop and still frame anything. But for what it's worth, you flip the front side around. So that is the right side away. Keep the back upside down. Then you kind of just loop your console over. Make sure it's as center as possible. It's really easy with a diamond one, because you just get the diamonds right where the thing is. If it's a plain one, then just pick whatever the middle of the two lines is. From there, you pretty much stretch that cover. Now, what you have to do is kind of with a flat hand, you push it a little bit more forward, and then with 2 fingers, you roll that cover over the top. Then you just kind of feed the cover so you get the seam pretty much sitting right on the edge. Then, same thing, you get your cover, roll it around. Get on there, you bastard. Alright. Then, you drag your fingers, drag your hands, whatever part of the body that's called, no physio, you get the idea. And there you go. Now it's roughly sitting on there. You'll have something that looks similar to this. From there, then it's just a matter of getting your seams and trying to rotate your seams as nicely as you can. I mean, look, it depends how pedantic you are. Obviously, people pay me to do their job once and do it right, so I'm super pedantic. If you're not, and you just want something that looks good, but, you know, you're happy with like a 50% job, that's fine, it's up to you. You do you, boo. It's your console lid. Then, pretty much for me, I use an air gun, or an air stapler, sorry. I don't know if that's going to come through the speaker very well, so apologies if that's just blown your ears out. Might need to put a warning for all headphone users. RIP. Yeah, then it's just a case of, rotating these seams, slowly feeding it around. Then, if you can imagine, with my console that I've completed earlier, what you would then do is then reverse pretty much what you've done. Like you've cut your panels out to accommodate for these. You click your part on and click on like so. Put your 6 screws in, and voila, you'll have a console lid. Not really much more to it. They're a pretty basic unit, but one thing I like to say to my clients is, so the units with me, if you're buying the console cover itself, you're looking at $100. When you have that, and then you factor in buying the foam cover, the time, staples, air compressor, etc. When I'm fitting these and doing these at $200 fitted, it's you can see why it's quite a steal. Other than that, if you're happy to go for it yourself and have a bit of a go yourself, knock yourself out. I take no offense to it whatsoever. In fact, I encourage people having a go. As long as there's, obviously no safety features like airbags. Don't play with airbags if you don't know how to use them, because they are dangerous. Other than that, have a good one.